Ha! White Panther, thank you for subbing. I'm sorry it was on that note right there. Oh, but yeah, dumb jokes are pretty great. I'm pretty sure it's not even a favorite joke. Okay, whatever. We are gonna go ahead and reveal the GM. Who is our midweek GM? Who is going to come in here and kind of boss us around and give us a game? Well, please put your hands together for Flannel Cat. Yeah, Flannel Cat is here. Oh, baby cakes. Oh, hello there. Oh, wait, they can't hear you. It's like I'm talking to a ghost. Oh.
Again.
Okay, they should be able to hear you now.
Who are you calling midweek? I'm not weak. I'm strong, Rosentia.
Comparatively.
I mean, yes. Comparatively to what? I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm stronger than, like, this can of LaCroix. I'm stronger than possibly Monster Energy Drink. I'm stronger than Kuso Grande. No, I'm not.
No, I think we're all stronger than Kusa Grande, which is why we are able to sit and watch hours and hours of the pain and suffering that others go through. You know, is it considered being strong to watch others suffer and love it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, what suffering do we have today?
So, Rosentia, have you ever wanted to fail a jump and become a hat?
I'm trying to think, have I? Probably not, no.
Well, these players are about to fail jumps and become hats a lot, because today we have Kuso Grande Classic, but on a new platform, Miner 2049er.
Oh, Miner 2049er, this is the ColecoVision version, right?
Absolutely. The ColecoVision version with an exclusive 11th level that we will not be seeing.
Ah, dang it.
It's heinous. I beat this whole game. It was mean and it was amazing.
Did it hurt you?
I mean, yes, in a lot of ways.
Oh no.
But I loved every moment of it. It was my favorite game called Miner 2049er.
Yeah, I played the Atari 800 XL version quite a bit when I was young.
So I've heard. I've seen the Atari version in Kuso Grande. And you know, me being my life is ColecoVision and TurboGrafx. There's not exactly a TurboGrafx version of this game, but there is a Game Boy version, which is pretty good. You can control yourself midair.
Why? Even you can't even do that in La Milano. What is this hacks you're talking about?
But but you know, the ColecoVision version of this game is going to be beautiful, clean graphics. I consider the ColecoVision the like the PS5 of the second generation of consoles. It's the prettiest one, but not necessarily the best.
Oh, well, if I ever get a PS5, I'll tell you if it's true.
I mean, I don't think anyone's getting a PS5 ever.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know how Sony got their hands on a PS5 when they were doing the showcase earlier.
I'm just saying, I really hope that the Final Fantasy VII Remake comes to PC, because I'm not buying a PS5. That's just, come on. Not doing it.
At least not right now.
I will say, chat, you are welcome to buy me a PS5.
Chat, don't do it. It's a trap.
I mean,
it's
what?
I don't know exactly how. Actually, no. Please buy us PS5s right now.
Buy your favorite streamer a PS5.
That is love.
Which I guess means I don't get a PS5 because I'm not your favorite streamer, but you know. Next to Rosentia here.
Yeah, I'm trying to reverse psychology. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, everyone.
Put a PS5 on my wedding registry. Do you know I'm getting wedding on Saturday?
You're getting wedding? Oh my gosh. I'm so... And yet you're here with us today?
On Wednesday, multiple days before the wedding? Yeah.
Okay, but you know how some people are with weddings, that they're like, I literally can't do anything for a year until I'm married.
Year. You know? I mean, like, we got engaged like 2 Januaries ago. well, at AGDQ 2020, and
Aww.
it's been a lot of fun planning and being unable to plan, and then waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and saying, you know what, we're doing it, and now we're here.
I'm so happy. Yay. It took
Thank you.
us, I don't remember how long it took us to finally get married. Oh, 5 years after we started dating, and we got married on the 5-year anniversary. That's right.
That's awesome. That's so sweet. I like that.
It made me happy, yeah. And it was like a super, like, as informal as you get. We didn't even reserve a place. We just went to this park and had spontaneous wedding there.
I don't know about Sancho. I don't know. We're going to have, I mean, this wedding that we're going to have, this is just family only. It's like 18 people. But I don't know. Maybe the next wedding will have, well, we're going to do another one in 2022. And hopefully the world is much safer. And that's going to be like...
No, you don't need to do... Okay, you can go ahead and
I want to throw the biggest party I possibly can with all the people I care about, which means you'll have to be there too, probably.
If you send me an invite, I would probably like to come.
I'd love to meet Justin, so yes.
I had this conversation with someone earlier because they were like, oh, it's been a good time, except I had to go to this wedding. And the thing is, she got married a year ago and then demanded to get married or to renew vows a year later. And I'm like, that.
Oh no, we're not renewing vows. We just want the big celebration with everybody.
Yeah.
So we'll do the whole thing again.
Call it an anniversary party, okay? Because they renewed their vows 1 year later. And I'm like, can you imagine, like, going through all the stress of this really high maintenance person who's like, hey, I need to get married. And then you think it's over, but no, it's not. It's coming back next year.
Just
and
when
maybe
you think
the year after and the year after.
Just when you thought you were married, you're getting married again. Cuso Grande. In a world. But thank you for the lovely, kind words, everyone in chat. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I've read every single one of them, and you're all wonderful, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Like, seriously, it's good. It also didn't really change anything for me. I was like, okay, you're married now.
Congratulations.
Good job.
I mean, I get to call her my wife, and that's pretty cool. That's kind of what I'm into. Calling people my wife that I'm married to.
I was gonna
Big
say,
fan of that.
Don't call me your wife.
I'm not married to you, Prosentia.
Well, okay.
This conversation took a left.
I mean, you don't have to marry me if you don't want to.
I mean, no offense to you. I don't want to.
Take it.
I have a lovely wife I am going to marry, and that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm sure you understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, time to bring up all of the screens that I forgot to do a minute ago.
Oh no. Well, I'm currently waiting for one person to go live.
I was worried I had the wrong Twitch account, but nope. Okay, I'm just waiting then.
Yep, I'm waiting as... Oh, I see. They just pulled their stream up. Okay. Maybe I'll be able to capture... here's the deal. It's an intro black screen. And so... I can sometimes capture using that, but it's tricky. It's tricky, Ricky.
Yeah, it's a lot of the recropping mid-run happens.
Yeah, why are you making me do cropping mid-run? You know how that goes?
I will say I love cropping. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm restreaming and streaming. I did it live during BBG multiple times for some reason.
Actually, it's kind of fun. I like... I don't mind setting up. Everybody's got to do it, you know? You gotta get used to getting the games looking all beautiful and stuff.
Everyone Sets Up, a children's book for the new age.
Everyone what?
Sets Up.
Everyone sets
Okay,
up.
Yep. Sorry, the joke is gone. It's gone. It didn't work. Let's just bury it. This
There
is
was a
now
joke?
a funerary service for the. Wow! Jesus.
Okay, well, I
Hey,
think
so I
I'm
can write-
set up.
So I can just completely embarrass you in front of everyone that watches.
I don't think I
Stick
got it.
Burns Grande, let's go.
I'm not the one who's telling stories and calling them jokes.
I'm eating chicken. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay. Wait, why did I not have the right person marked for doing audio? Here, I'll fix that. I'll fix it, everybody. And just, you're not even looking at it, but I'm gonna fix it before I transition over there because, yeah, I need to. I need to get it right. Also, I don't hear any audio over there, which I'm not too surprised about. I presume the title screen may have some audio, but that's it. Okay. There we go. Instead, I tell jokes and call them stories. That actually sometimes happens, yeah. Thank you, by the way, everybody who followed and resubscribed over the last little while as I was getting set up, because it was a setup. Whoa! Yeah, that's the quality of my commentary today. Okay, let's see.
As a heads up to everybody, there's some flashing at the beginning of every stage, but it's very slow flashing. It's not that bad, but you know, everyone has their line where it's bad.
Yeah, I presume there's no audio at the beginning of this game.
As soon as they hit the player count, there will be doo, 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 doo. And then the noise of, you know, pitter patter of little Miner 2049er feet.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I like the...
Big fan of the rainbow logo.
Okay, Soapy Gnome just decided to play Windows noises at me and consider that the sound test.
Beautiful.
That doesn't mean the game's going to come through, but at least some audio is coming through. So if it doesn't come through, I'll just yell at Soapy Gnome.
We'll just get some more Windows noises.
Everybody, I need you to get your best mining emotes. If you have any pickaxes, if you have any mutants, hats, those are important. Hats are very important. Oh, that's a good emoji, mining emoji. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
we've got good hats coming through. As soon as I see movement, I will start our timer.
God, when all four screens do it at once. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. I will make minor adjustments to the cropping. Oh, these are mice. Oh, these sounds are so good. Although, let me just say that Miner 2049er, you know, a kid classic. I don't think I could go back to anything other than the Atari 800 XL version. But that's just because that's what I grew up with, you know? So what's the objective of this game?
The objective here is to turn all of the floor that's like a striped line into a solid line. It's real easy. Just walk on the whole floor. That's all you got to do.
Wait, did you just say it's like the worst video game ever, Q*bert?
I did not say any of those words, no.
Well, it sounded like it.
I didn't invoke our Lord and Savior Q*bert at all.
Your Lord and Savior.
But all you got to do is walk on the whole floor, and that's it. It's easy. It's very easy. It's a game for babies.
Except it's really not. This game is very difficult.
Oh yeah, we'll see. We already saw people. I told our players, good luck and don't become a hat. And I think everyone has failed that already.
All the
We've
players
seen-
are allowed, by the way, to make save states between levels. That way we get to see more than the first 3 levels during this match.
We really only would see 3 stages if we didn't allow save states.
I love the crumpling sound when you fall.
God.
Thank you so much, Bigfoot Skulls, for bringing other scary Bigfoots into the stream. Thank you for the raid. We do have a vote going, left side or right side. Who will win? Somebody from the left side or the right side? Right now, I'm voting for me. Because
Percent is winning.
well, if I were playing against them, I would win. Because I've played this game.
I played it a lot too. Perhaps we should race this video game, Percentia.
You mean race against the players and kick their butts? You know what, everybody? If you're new here, Casa Grande is a blind video game tournament, which means we would not be allowed to play this game. All of the players here have either played or seen just a tiny bit of the original Miner 2049er. I believe one player has played the 5-10 minutes of the Game Boy version, which is not an advantage at all.
Yeah, no, it's different stages. Aside from, I think this stage is in it, which looks really weird when you're zoomed in so far. But also, as we can see from the players repeatedly dying, that was not much of a help. And also, this game has committed jumps, and the Game Boy lets you decommit from your jumps.
Like an Atari game made so that you can actually have controls when you're falling, that's almost unheard of. Like the Atari or Atari Coleco, whatever, they just didn't do that at the time. Almost
no, not
every
at all.
jump in old school games is committed. Oh no, I have no idea. Oh, cat-related pun ran out of time. That's how the death happened.
The timer in this game is also absurdly strict.
Does it
is
get
something we
really
should mention.
scary as it gets close? Oh,
Stage
Soapy
2
Gnome.
isn't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Soapy Gnome has the beeping. It's getting faster. I hope.
And there are hats.
Oh, it does have the scarring sound effect when you die. Oh, that gave me nightmares when I was a kid. Oh, oh. You're bringing it all back, Flannel. Sorry, I love this game. I love this game so much.
I love it too. I love it so much, and I'm so happy that like I saw it for the first time on Casa Grande when you had the Atari version, and I'm like, I need to play this game. I need to play it. And then I started my ColecoVision project. And I'm like, oh, there's a version on the Coleco. This is gonna rule. And I spent 2 hours beating it.
I would say that for the time, this game was actually amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this is considered a classic of the time. However, it's aged.
Oh yes, like just falling so far, like it's has a lot in common with like Jumpman and whatnot. But like, gosh, this was every game for a while.
Yeah,
This was gaming.
Fahrenheit's onto the elevator stage. Fahrenheit's takes an early lead. I just love the jump. And then you
think
die.
You're gonna jump. You think you're gonna make a really good jump, and this is gonna be awesome, and you're gonna be fun, and then you're a hat.
There we go. Cat-related pun is moving on to level 3 as well. The save states between levels are allowed. They cannot state within a level. Wow. Soapy Gnome had the scary sounds. Oh, it's terrifying. Like, I know that they were very limited when it came to sounds that they were able to use for games, but so many sound effects were just terrifying.
Oh yeah, they are going to be noises that, you know, in all likelihood, you probably played this as a kid. Usually noises that will be scarred into you.
Yeah. That's exactly how it is for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, Soapy
Level
Gnome
4.
taking care of all the enemies, except for the top left one. I think Soapy Gnome is just trying to figure out what is the best way to approach the rest of this level. There we go.
I do want to briefly talk about level 4. Level 4 is the first time that we have to deal with cycles. And the done like perfectly, you'll have like 300 seconds left on this level.
Yeah.
It's absurd how tough level 4 really is. And in this game, you have like 3 lives, so good luck playing this just, as a kid that bought the game, trying to get through these maniacal levels.
Yeah, honestly, it sort of becomes a puzzle game in, I think, about round 4, round 5, or level 4, level 5, something like that, because, you have limited time. You have to figure out where you can go at certain times, and there will be situations where you cannot finish a level if you go to some places too early or go to some places too late. Sometimes you will get to a platform where if you go anywhere you will die because there's just no way to survive, and so you have to end the level on that specific platform. So yeah, first it's a relatively straightforward game at first, and then it becomes a puzzle platformer.
And it's an unforgiving one too.
Oh yeah.
Like once you know what you're doing, like once you have like the greatest use of the stage, like I know the exact route, pulling it off is like unbelievably difficult.
Yeah.
Especially later on. And yeah, I am
the scary sounds.
I've given the players permission to save states to answer the question in chat just at the beginning of the level.
So why is this mine so dangerous, Cat?
Why is this mine so dangerous? Asked Prosentia, and I have the answer for you. The answer I have for you is this game can be played with 1 or 2 players. Select by pressing 1 or 2.
No, that is not an answer.
Oh my gosh. I don't think this manual has a story in it.
It's a uranium mine.
Oh, well, that's not in this manual. It just says the Bounty Bob must mask the entire framework on the present level before time reaches 0.
Mask. Okay.
There are mutants.
The objective of Miner 2049 is for Bounty Bob to survive all 11 game levels in succession without being destroyed. Yeah, it's not super straightforward, but the creatures that you see in here are called mutants. They are dangerous until one of the Miner tools is taken. As soon as you get one of the tools, they'll change color and acquire a friendly appearance. They smile for a few seconds. During this friendly period, they are vulnerable and may be touched to destroy them forever. I love it. Okay. Eventually, there will be radioactive pool. Falling into the radioactive pool is lethal. Big surprise. There's also a hydraulic pump at one point. There's stompers, just like Star Trek. There's a cannon. Uranium, level 11. Congratulations, you've made it to the 11th level. Take the uranium and collect bonus points. There you go, Cat. The very end of the manual mentions uranium.
That's what that shining thing is at the end of the last level. Okay, I now know the lore. I'm equipped.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, everybody is sort of struggling a little bit. Fahrenheit's and Fahrenheit's and cat-related pun are on the 4th level. Cape Pango on 3, Soapy Gnome 2. The thing is, all you need to do is be able to beat the level once, and you'll be moving on. So I imagine players who struggle a little bit early on may start figuring out some of the mechanics and be able to make up time relatively quickly. I do not doubt that we'll have everybody making progress in just a little bit.
Yeah, and once you learn, really learn your jump, what you can do with it, and where you need to stand to actually land your jump, this game gets a lot more reasonable. Unfortunately, that takes a lot of time. But what the game is asking you to do near the end of the game is, you know what? It's not okay. It's really not okay, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, I can believe that. So the same company that made this made other games like Weird with 2 E's instead of EI? What? Honestly, I think their biggest games were the minor 2049er games because they ended up making a few of those. There's Volume 2, and then Bounty Bob Strikes Back came out in '85. Good job. But yeah, they made Meteor Mission, Galaxy Invade. All of these sound so generic, Flannel, but every game had a generic name back in the day. Attack Force, Supernova, Cosmic Fighter, Meteor Mission 2, Robot Attack.
I like Meteor Mission 2. Just the fans are ready for another Meteor Mission. And
Well,
Meteor
yeah.
Mission 2 is here for you.
I mean, I guess it had to be good enough for them to make another one, right?
I think Kate Pango's gonna finish this stage. Hopefully.
That was for the TRS-80. That is a computer I do not know.
The Trash 80, really?
The Trash
All right.
80 Trash. One game.
That's my lovely fiance grew up with a TRS 80.
Wait, really?
Yup.
Okay, I had no idea what it was, other than a personal computer.
He has told me to play a few games on it. I think I've played one.
No, Soapy, no!
Soapy's getting there. 2 stages in. We have Fahrenheit on stage 5. That's incredible. This stage is the first time you really see something. You're like, I don't. What do you want? I don't understand.
Well, yeah, you see it and you're like, this is a nightmare, and the devs hate me.
You need to learn like the perfect route, and as well that section at the top, you need to jump perfectly so you don't fall down the slide. And you can kind of stand on half those platforms, but if you repeatedly fall down the slide, you're just gonna run out of time. Cat-related Pun stating that this game is rude. You know what?
Yeah.
Cat-related Puns is not wrong.
One interesting thing watching this game is that the players are trying to do something precise and end up moving a little bit too early. Simply put, I think the reason for that is that you start going full speed as soon as you push left or right, which it's not a very fast speed, but without a tiny bit of buffer, that throws people off when playing, especially people who haven't played old games.
Which, I grew up with old games. This is my jam.
Yep. Oh! Cat-related Pun jumping to the shovel. And to their death. Oh, I do like that the players are complaining about this game. This was fun when I was young. This was... Actually, no, I always hated Minor 2049er. I hated this game when I was young.
I loved this game. This was fun like 3 months ago when I played this.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't have it as a kid? Okay. I hated whenever my father would play this because it would make loud noises.
The time running out noise is very memorable.
Yeah, if you have not heard the Atari version, the sound as you're getting close to dying is really loud and stressful, and then the death sound is I don't know, 5 times as terrifying as this sound. This one is still kind of terrifying, but oh geez. I think I would scream every time I died in the game.
You said that's the 2600 version?
The 800 XL.
Ooh, okay. I gotta check that out then. Just to hear it.
The cool thing is that that specific Atari computer, you were able to have a floppy drive attached to it, and simply put, we had a lot of games, and that, I think, had more games than every other Atari system put together. Seriously. So many. And most of them were crap. About half of them were pinball tables, and about half of the pinball tables were lewd pinball tables. Guess what? Nothing has changed over the past past few decades. It's all the same.
It all comes back to lewd pinball.
Lewd pinball, everybody.
What I really love about stage 3
Oh,
is... what I really love about stage 4. Sorry, 4. You see the elevator in the bottom right and the platform to the left of it. If you jump,
yes.
so from the platform that's to the left of that elevator, if you jump to that and then jump to the platform to the left of it, you can't come back that way. You literally will die if you try to jump back to the right.
Well,
It's just the meanest thing. It's too far to fall.
so you have to end at the top left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, I think the strat on this level is to head up the stairs right away and catch the elevator immediately, and then try to hit like the middle section, and then get back on the elevator when it's coming back down, and then try to jump across the bottom or the middle. I think it's mean. It's tough. It's so tight, and I'm so really impressed someone managed to beat that level so quickly.
I think Fahrenheit's may have gotten lucky, honestly. Or Fahrenheit's is just doing a really good job at paying attention to the visual cues in this. It's hard to say, you know. Considering that players have made it to round 4 in the tournament, maybe it's not too surprising that they're figuring it out relatively quickly.
Oh yeah, did we see round 4 in the match that you put on? Oh wow, they might finish 5. Look at those.
I think we may have seen round 6, but I'm not
so
completely
close.
sure. Oh my gosh. You can do it, Farron. Oh, you fell. There's not much
Oh,
time.
God.
You could go to the left. Well, never mind. I lied. From
You
that
cannot go to the left.
from that platform, you cannot go to the left. You will die.
Yeah, you can hit every single one of the top tiles without falling down the stairs. You can stand half on one of the slides, and
it's
that is
so
how you want
hard.
to cover them. Oh yeah, it's real precise. It's really precise, and almost seems like what game would actually demand you do this? And then here's Miner 2049er for you, demanding you do this.
You know, I actually kind of prefer the way that this game does the committed jumps when you're doing that, because if you get used to the committed jump, then you can very much land on those blocks between the slides, just because you know exactly where you need to stand in order to make the jump. You know, it will not vary. You will go the same distance each time you jump horizontally. So in that way, committed jumps is actually a boon rather than a burden here.
I think we're gonna see what is this? Cat-related puns maybe finish stage 4. Time's gonna be a little mean, especially because you have to wait for elevator cycles, but this
Yeah.
might be completion.
Okay,
Yeah, we should be able to cut it.
Fahrenheit's is just trying to make sure he doesn't die here. Good. Going to the right, gonna clear up these last platforms. Sophie Gnome is dead! Don't touch the mutant! They will cause you to flash!
That's a completed stage 4. Look at that. Oh, I'm so
Oh.
proud of these players. Welcome to the heck of stage 5.
Let's see what cat-related pun has to say about it. They're typing. They are very happy that the last level is done, saying thank God. But there is no God in the uranium mines. There's only mutants.
Part of like, oh thank God I beat that stage, is you just get presented with a more rude stage. Like, the stages don't get easier. They do a good job of scaling up the difficulty, but it's just, under no circumstances is this game ever kind to you and say, okay, here's a gimme.
Yeah.
I think I beat
yeah.
one stage later on, like 8 or 9 in one shot.
Oh my gosh, I'm taking a look at the guy who programmed this. Okay, because it was Michael Livesay, who was probably, I'd say the best game that he worked on was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. He was the project manager for that. He was in charge of Pro Skater 2. Okay, but he also worked on Shrek Super Slam, X2 Wolverine's Revenge, Spider-Man 2001. did some of the programming for It Came from the Desert, if people know that adventure game.
What a classic.
Oh, yeah, that one is certainly a classic. People are asking which version. The arcade version of It Came from the Desert, as a matter of fact. Okay. However, the concept was created by Bill Hogue, the concept for Miner 2049er, who, guess what, worked on pretty much every other game from the company, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he was like, as soon as the second generations of consoles done, he's like, I'm outie. I'm out. We're done. By the way, if this is second generation, yeah, if this is second gen, what was the first gen?
I think like Pong and like television games, stuff like that. Let me double check.
This is a television game.
Like I've got a Sears Pong in the corner here. First generation of consoles is the Odyssey, the Atari Home Pong, Coleco Telestar, Color TV game series.
I haven't ever actually heard of the Telestar. Okay. But yeah, I'm slightly familiar with the Odyssey. It's basically when the crudest games started getting made, would be the first version. And I imagine the consoles, may have been a little bit limited with what you could... Well, a little bit limited, yeah. Considering this is second gen that we're seeing here, it was much cruder than this. First gen, apparently Codeman is saying, was before interchangeable ROMs or carts, huh?
Yeah, first gen was a lot of you bought a system and it had games on it, and you can't get more for it.
Yeah.
Or it was a game. The second generation, I think, like, this is... I grew up with this console. I had a Commodore as well, but I never really played it much. I played a little bit of Jumpman on it. Jumpman Jr. on this console is far superior and hilariously rude sometimes. But this is the console I really cut my teeth on. Like I played a lot of Venture. I played a lot of we had the Atari add-on for it too, so I played a lot of Kaboom with the spinner controller. Like, Kaboom is such a cool game. Scared me a little. Like that game was just super fun.
Kaboom!
We had that the Donkey Kong port for Coleco. It was such a cool console. I've got all my games somewhere. I should find them because I have a working FPGA ColecoVision that I can put actual carts into now.
Yeah. It's like, honestly, it was so cool what people were able to do at this time with computers that like everything was so primitive in the computing world, we had like with some of the first consoles that came out like maybe a decade after we went to the moon, and because we went to the moon in 1969, Ataris were coming out in 1970s later on, and the moon computers were not sophisticated at all. Like, they did their job, okay? And technology just advanced so much. Like, being able to have some sort of interaction, some sort of entertainment through a digital medium, it was absolutely revolutionary. This game, everybody, this was revolutionary.
This was the beginning of platforming. Very early platforming.
There were not very many platformers before Miner 2049er. Like, this is actually legitimately one of the coolest things that came out at the time. Is it great? No. Were there other platformers that came out around the same time? Yes. I mean, you also had soon after this on Commodore 64, there was Monty on the Run. The various Monty Mole games that came out that were absolute classics as well. But
I'm gonna say that the Commodore 64 was like, quote unquote, a powerful system because it had a computer behind it. So
yeah,
like I feel like the C64 stuff just like blows everything else out of the water sometimes. And, like just seeing what they managed with such limited resources with this is it's just unreal.
Yeah. So the thing is, we got one of the Atari home computers, which actually had a lot of power for the time. Apparently the ones that I really remember, the Atari 800 XL. Come on, article, why don't you just have the year here? Okay, mid-1983, so 1983 computer. It had a lot of power for the time, just like, if you look at LucasArts Ball Blazer for the Atari 800, it's a beautiful game. It's absolutely amazing, and those computers gave people really the first opportunity to do programming at home, and that's where, like, it's because of the Commodore 64 and the Atari home computer, I believe, that people really started learning the basics of programming, and started programming for fun. You know, it became a hobby at that time rather than just some specialty, you know?
With just magazines that just would have in text just programs you could type into or whatever your parser is.
Yeah, and it's great
And then you
because,
have a game.
the magazines would have full games written out, and you would just copy them down, you know, type line by line, creating the code. If you had typos or errors, you know, you would have the chance to go back and review your own code that you put in, and then you can also make small changes throughout in order to change the way that things look. Like, it's so cool.
It's the basic of like learning to program, and it's something I wish I had growing up, because I probably would have actually figured out how to make games.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of game making right now, and there's some code in it that I'm really enjoying. I'm liking it a lot more than I expected. Like, I thought, okay, when I was young, I was like, I want to be a programmer and make video games. And then I had a programming class, and I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. And then,
That's how I was.
yeah. But then I started like doing Game Maker because it's got a relatively simple language attached to it, and it's actually fun again, you know?
Yeah, I was poking at Pico 8, and I learned a good bit about that, and want to get back to Pico 8, because that's such a little rad console. Quote unquote console.
It counts.
It does.
Oh, Soapy Gnome, you went too soon. You become rumpled.
God, I love this game. I love watching players play this game, and I'm so happy we have expressive players in the match chat. At least a
they
little bit.
are talking in Discord right now. Soapy Gnome using a lot of caps. Cat-related pun saying this is going to be the next half hour of my life. I mean, technically that's true. It will be.
You get to the stage and you're like, oh, I did it. I solved level 3. No problem now. This is just going to move forward. Everything's good. And then you end up at that. Like,
oh, my me, Superman.
So this is now Lex Luthor's maze, Lex Luthor's uranium mine that we're trying to get to the bottom of.
That's how I made my millions. Okay. I made millions in the uranium business, you know?
I love this lore.
Yeah, my name's Lex Luthor, and I went bald for the uranium. That's how I lost my hair.
But I mean, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you get close to uranium, and then you don't have hair.
Now, my grandfather actually worked in a uranium mine.
Dang.
Oh, he had it like all the cancers.
How was the platforming?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. He had skinny legs. I think it worked. He was a very skinny guy, so he could probably platform all he needed, you know?
Sounds
Now,
like it.
most of it, I think, was like uranium inspection to be like, this rock has uranium in it. You know, picking it up with your bare hands and looking and verifying. Yep. Yeah, this is a good one. Good one for the power plants and for the bombs. Then
For all the uranium I've seen.
in the high radioactivity bin or whatever. I don't know. So they didn't really know the effects of uranium at that time. By the time Miner 2049er came out, though, they did know. Wasn't good. But yeah, it's fascinating that, like, in essence, you know, just the people working in those areas and living in those areas were basically the experiments for what happens when people are exposed to this thing that is extremely powerful. And the answer is... the answer may surprise you.
The answer may shock and surprise you. I think Stage 7 is almost a reprieve until you realize that the cycles are unbelievably important and you need to hit them.
Oh, yeah. Soapy Gnome, going the way you're not supposed to. You're gonna die. You're not gonna escape. Oh, wait. Yeah, you can. See? You just gotta be patient. Unfortunately, patience also kills you in this game. Because it's like, oh yeah, I get to be patient waiting around a whole bunch of uranium and these mutants here. Guess how they became mutants? The uranium.
I'll be hanging out with that, yeah. I loved Fahrenheit's jumping in place and then dying because of the elevator.
No! Soapy Gnome, you gotta be patient. Yeah, Fahrenheit's has made a good amount of progress here. Like, he's definitely in the lead here.
Absolutely, this is beautiful. Also, yeah, you can't jump from that platform that's slightly above the other one. You will become a hat.
Yay, hats. By the way, there's this one game that I'm trying to remember from my childhood, also for the Atari 800, because, like, you think fall damage in this is cruel. That one, if you fell a pixel, you died. And I can't remember what it was. I've looked.
I don't think there's Atari 800 Splunker. There's homebrew ColecoVision Splunker.
I think it had to, maybe it was just called Nerd.
Nerd?
Or Geek or something like that. Nerd, Atari
Nerd.
800. Oh, guess what? It just turns up pictures of people. People who looked really nerdy around the time of the Atari 800.
That is a good old nerd game for the Atari choice. I'll do some digging. I'm pretty good at finding stuff like that. So I will find your game, Rosetta.
It could have been Geek as well, because I feel like it was making fun of the main character with the title.
Gosh. Wow, we still got half this match left. I love it.
Aw, yeah.
Farron is so unbelievably far in advance, ahead right now, but also at the same time, like, doesn't take much to catch up. If this can wall, like, the stage can wall someone, any level can just wall someone, and then other people can catch up.
Yeah. Do. Oh, now, yeah, I saw a picture of Blue Max, and now the intro music to that game is in my head. Which, that game is awesome, okay?
I don't know this Blue Max.
You fly a plane, and you bomb buildings, and then you try to land your plane on an airstrip, and you crash because you can never, ever freaking do it. Literally impossible.
Oh, I love games like that.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. So absolutely ridiculous.
I'm watching, who is this person? Fahrenheit's right now?
Yeah.
And just like hold on. His method for getting through this is really interesting. Like, He's not trying to get everything all at once. He's just trying to find like the literal route to get across everything. Which is kind of really fascinating. Like he knows like, okay, I can get this platform. I don't need to touch it all. I just need to figure out how to get to the other ones right away.
Okay.
And it's definitely breaking down the stage before you try to make a run at it that you can complete the stage in.
Yeah.
Once you know the route, you're good to go. Almost.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange to put it that way, but you're completely right. You know, it's not obvious when you first look at the level what route you're supposed to take in order to get through. So breaking it down, taking your time to experiment with various platforms, you know, see how they feel, if they feel like they're in the right place, and then mapping out what you're going to do and making the attempt. It's a great strategy for this.
Absolutely, especially when you've got the unlimited attempts, like basically effectively unlimited lives.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh, there's a lot of me that loves every single missed jump in this game.
Oh yeah.
Just because the noise it makes as you sadly cruise through the across the level and crumple into a hat.
The big jumps are just so good.
I hope our players can forgive me.
I'd forgive you. This is a classic.
Well, thank you, Rosento.
And simply put, if you give out a classic for Cusa Grande, that's not on you. That's on the people who say it's a classic.
I mean, I say this is a classic. You say this is a classic.
Yeah.
Staple of Brosento's childhood.
It's true. I'm looking for this stupid nerd game or something. It probably was for earlier platforms, but it could have been like rewritten for the modern computer from 1983, you know?
Looking for that nerd HD remaster.
But yeah, Miner 2049er, Pitfall, Donkey Kong Jr., Mario Bros. Those were some of the earliest platformers that came out. And honestly, I'd say that this game does what it does almost perfectly. You know, it does what it was aiming for. With that said, it aged less like cheese, more like milk. How about that? How's that?
I'm into it. I think we're gonna see Soapy complete stage. Was this 4 or 3? I don't remember, but I think we're gonna see Soapy beat the stage.
Soapy, you're so close.
There we go.
Oh, I'm so proud. Aw.
Entering stage 5.
What was the first platformer to not have fall damage? People ask. Maybe Mario Bros. Because the first Mario Bros. Definitely did not.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty straightforward game, first one.
I don't think Donkey Kong had fall. No, it might. I don't remember. Does Donkey Kong have fall damage?
Donkey Kong the first?
Yeah.
Like there was. Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've played
And then,
Donkey Kong.
yeah, that was probably a game where like there's definitely floor underneath you and you can die when you fall on it. I like the comparisons to City Connection that people are making with this. Same concept.
I don't know City Connection.
The game with the car and the cats. I guess the cats isn't
Do you
the right
run
way
the
to put it.
cats over?
No, the cats kill you.
Oh, that game. That game, yeah. I've never played that game.
It's the exact same concept as this, like almost the same graphical style of the floor.
Okay,
but you're in a car.
Yeah,
And it's
you
got
drive
RNG
around,
cats.
you have to basically mark all the parts of the car drive, or of the road, drive over all the sections. You jump as you drive because that absolutely makes sense.
We're gonna see the stage beat.
But I'd also say that it's a little bit easier. Each level is a little bit easier. Yeah, on to level 8 for Fahrenheit. That is huge.
Now I'm starting to think, like, I think this stage is easy. Do we see a completion today? There's 11 stages.
By the way, do you know how many people are moving on from this match to the bracket?
I actually don't. I didn't look at the number.
Well, only one will have a chance.
Oh,
So
well.
3 people getting eliminated because of Minor 2049er.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, unless people just like really click with these stages, I think Fahrenheit's got this. Ending up at that platform that Fahrenheit keeps going to is bad. That'll only kill you if you think you need to land on that one last. But I think this is one of the easier stages in the game.
You're probably right, yeah.
Just watching Sophie Dome take those jumps and just so carefully try to do everything.
I love, like, some of the jumps in here are legit extremely precise. And whenever you see somebody fly across the screen and die, that is the Minor 2049er experience. And it's hilarious, but also so infuriating when it happens to you. Kuchiri, thank you for the subscription. I don't understand what you're asking. What?
I'd love an explanation of your what.
I suppose, yeah.
Oh, this little platform that Fahrenheit is standing on, you can move.
I found a game called Spider Kong, and I'm just gonna skip past that. I do not want a spider version of King Kong.
Bad!
Tax Avoiders, there's my game.
Tax Avoiders?
I'm joking.
Oh, wow, I was gonna look it up. I'm like, wow, what a name for a platformer.
It is a platformer, but not the one that I was thinking of.
Rags to Rich is a platformer. I can't say
jump.
it is.
No.
Oh.
I'd just say it's a simulation. Simulation video game, everybody. That's what it is. Boop, 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 loo.
I think Fahrenheit was trying to move the elevator while he wasn't on it. And that doesn't work. God, what I wouldn't give to see someone beat this game today.
What would you give?
I mean, I wouldn't give a lot of things, but what would I give? I don't know, first place.
Oh yeah, first place, everybody. We get a prize.
I think everyone in chat would be a winner if someone beat this game. I think every one of our players would be winners.
I feel like I'm a winner, you know?
I feel like you are too.
Aw, thank you. By the way, yeah, I think it was Dragon Dark who had this in one of the Kusagrande matches and actually learned how to speedrun, I believe, the Atari version of the game. Honestly, you know, it can be very frustrating to get used to old school platformers, but at the same time, it gets very rewarding when you get good at them. Oh my gosh, cat-related pun. Beat level 5 onto level 6 and says, words cannot describe the euphoria I'm feeling right now. I did it. I don't even care if I'm winning or not. Chat is asking if this game eats jump inputs or not. What's your experience
yes.
with it? It does?
It eats jump inputs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Strange.
It wants those sweet inputs.
I feel like, at least the Atari version that I played didn't really have that situation. You know, all the inputs always seem to work on it. It's just sometimes. Oh, I'm trying to think.
No, sorry. I didn't mean to press you.
No, what's the phrase? It actually seemed like at least the movement left and right felt a little bit too responsive. Simply put, there's no like warm-up momentum in order to start moving like you get in Mario 1. You're just moving full speed. As soon as you jump, if you jump at all to the sides, you will go at a fixed arc. You know, it's going to be the same type of jump whether or not you do it from a standstill or from moving. And I think that is the biggest cause of deaths that you're seeing. Like Fahrenheit's tried to do one just now, and you know, the elevator wasn't at the right position. See, Kate Pango, sorry. And because of that, she just died because that's how the game works. That's just it.
I think players are pausing the game to look at the rooms before moving on.
Soapy Gnome is like, I thought for a second you beat the game, and Cat Related Pun's like, I might as well have. Level 5 is atrocious. Fahrenheit, meanwhile, has said nothing.
Yep, not at all.
Which I'm completely fine with, you know? You don't need to tell people how you are destroying this game.
At this point, like, level 5 is, or being on level 6 is, second place.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean much in a game where only one person keeps moving, but still, personal victories.
Bragging rights, that's the important thing. I love the weird pillar Vader. Here, I'm calling it Pillar Vader because it's an elevator, but it's also pillars.
I think that's the right answer.
Also sounds like a caterpillar. I like it. Yeah, here's the deal. Fahrenheit can still beat this level. It just gets tricky maneuvering around the mutants. Mutants like blood.
I think Fahrenheit's got this thing.
Yeah, Fahrenheit's possibly moving on to the next level depending on how these... Oh, you're so close. Yeah! Moving on to level 9.
Cat Related Pun putting in chat, level 6 is worse.
Yeah. Everybody, you can practice all your standard platformers all you want, but if you get gifted something from the classic era, you have to have played something from the classic era to do well. It's cruel. It is very cruel.
Oh my gosh, welcome to this. Hell no. It's very good.
Oh no, the stompers! You better watch out, and they want to stomp Mr. Light. Oh no, they're random. Oh, I don't like this. Well, semi-random.
There's a pattern. It's
okay.
Just not four. It's not four
it's
clicks.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I figured it out. Good. Everybody, I figured out the pattern. You're safe.
I think this stage is easy, personally.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too complicated, you know. Just make sure you don't get squished.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. Soapy Gnome is saying all of this is bad. Honestly, this level that Soapy Gnome is on is like the big wall for new players because of the giga slides in the middle. Oh no! Oh no! You're gonna die! Ah!
Paladin Bracenta is now terrified.
The sound lasts so much longer on the Atari version, okay? It's just loud and...
We might see this game get beat today. We might.
True.
We have 2 stages left for Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit's on to level 10. Like, this is nuts. Arcade Park is asking if this game is on the Atari, and yes, it is. I believe that it originally was on the Atari 2600. Which makes it possibly the most sophisticated game of that era, or like platformer of that era.
That is a cannon.
Fahrenheit's is now in a cannon.
Yep. So
That
for
doesn't
every
seem
bit of
safe.
the way the cannon works is for every piece of TNT in it, you go up one floor. From like the three top floors, not counting the little ledge next to it. Now,
Okay.
if you grab 4 things of TNT, it's bad news.
What happens?
You will die.
I want to know. I want to see someone do that.
I really hope Fahrenheit actually, grabs 4 at one point. It's very, very, very hard to grab 3 when you start getting to the end of the dynamite.
Yeah, honestly, it looks a little tricky, Ricky.
There's a strat I kind of use, which is like grab some and launch up to the first floor just to get it out of the way, and then come back and grab the ones you actually want.
Oh, geez.
So if you look in the TNT room, there's little ledges on the right and left side. It's the only ways to get up to the 2nd and 3rd floor.
Yep. Oh no, 7 TNT! That is too many TNTs! Oh, let's see what happens, everybody.
We're gonna find out what this does.
Oh, I love this game. Oh, that is brilliant. Cat-related pun, by the way, is saying this game is way too precise for how unreliable the controls are. Yeah, take a look at this nightmare of a level here. This level is the precision platformer section. This is like... Don't fall into the uranium pool, okay?
All
The
you gotta
radioactive
do.
pool is just going to kill you. That bubbling, though, it's sophisticated for the Commodore 6, or not the Commodore 64, the ColecoVision. Look at it bubble. It looks beautiful.
See now, Fahrenheit is wrestling with jumping between the enemies now, because there's no way to kill them at this stage. So you just have to land between them and like make really precise jumps that are extremely mean. And you can bonk your head on the enemy above you, you can get a bad jump. Oh, ran out of time. It's mean. It's bad.
There's no such thing as a bad jump when you're Bounty Bob.
I mean, I think we've seen that there is a lot of things known as a bad jump when you're Bounty Bob.
Yeah, not Bouncy Bob.
There's a bad cannon fire.
Kind of bouncy, Bob. A little bouncy. Although, what kind of bounty are you going for? Like,
I figured the uranium at the end of the cave. There is a pickup at the end of the game.
okay, I guess bounty wasn't just for like, live or dead. Live the criminal, bring him back alive or dead or alive. Wanted, dead, live, dead. No, it wasn't just that, okay? Uranium is a bounty as well, everybody. I mean, speedruns are a bounty sometimes.
Absolutely. Bob's trying to get 500,000 in crypto. Well, I hate that. So
It's a bounty.
I'm technically correct.
Technically correct. I love it.
I prefer the roll of paper towels myself, but
Paper towels?
Yeah, bounty.
The quilted quicker picker upper.
Bounty.
Thank you for finishing the song. I appreciate
What am I
it.
here for if not to sing with you?
Oh, I just love how happy this nerd is. Okay, like, look at Fahrenheit's screen as he's sitting in the cannon just smiling. He's both a miner and a nerd.
Oh, I want to see Fahrenheit finish this stage.
What happens if you
Mostly-
go in the cannon and you have no dynamite?
I think you just fall through it.
Oh
Or it launches
no,
you back onto the ledge.
Fahrenheit! You made a mistake. You cannot get... Oh no, never mind, you didn't.
No, 3 is good. 3 is good, except it's kind of ruined getting the rest of the dynamite now.
It's
not
kind of
ruined. I
rude
forget.
getting back down as well. Whee! There we go. If you just jump straight up, you might be able to do it just fine.
Nope.
Oh no, 6 TNT! Fahrenheit, you gonna explode! Oh no! Bonk!
I love it so much.
Yeah, Kate Pingo has been struggling quite a bit with this level. She is making a valiant effort, though. And again, I'm going to say that the people you see struggling with this game are the people who probably have never touched a game or a platformer before the NES. The NES had such good games, and a lot of crap, but such good games.
It really did. Like, it really, really did. But goodness gracious. But you know what? I think everyone here has played really well today. Like, extremely well.
Honestly, yeah, I'd say that beating level 3 is a good indicator that you have learned the mechanics of this game. Obviously some people are going to do better than others. That's just how it goes in a tournament. Can't related pun. Nice jump there. I love it.
Mine's on the elevator. Or the Wonkavator, or whatever you call the sideways
The
thing.
Wonkavator.
Just sideways. I don't know.
Yeah. It's so small. No. It's like a treadmill, except what? Oh, Soapy Gnome! Sliding on the. Oh my gosh! That death was so satisfying. Sliding down and whacking your head against the mutant. It hit so hard that he fell through the slide. It's called moving platform. That's what it's called. It's a platform that moves.
Only.
No, there are so many of them. There's so many moving platforms on this, okay? Like, look, Kate Pingo has 3.
Ooh. I'm trying to figure out the strat I use for the TNT stage. I think you can jump straight up on the ledge, maybe, or something like that. I just know I was able to get some dynamite and make it easier for myself to get up.
Yeah. Whee!
It's just so easy at the beginning, and then you realize, like, what this game is really being mean about.
Yeah, it's that
stage.
It's that final platform, you know?
You just hit a point of, like, how do I do this? Like, what do you want from me?
It's kind of... I think it's hilarious the way that it just does a bait and switch there, that it's like, oh, you thought that avoiding the mutants was bad. Just you wait, Henry Higgins.
I think you
There we
can
go.
jump...
Fahrenheit's got it!
There we go. That's the good jump. Run all the way to the right.
How? This is amazing. Absolutely fantastic show. Like, I'm shocked anybody made it this far. Even
Especially,
with unlimited lives.
I'm so happy I gave them save states, honestly. Like, we would not have seen much of this game. We're on to the final... Beating the original 10 stages of the game. Making it to the ColecoVision exclusive stage, which is Hell. Welcome to this.
Well, welcome to Hell, everybody. Bounty Bob made it to Hell, which is where uranium comes from. Oh, Fahrenheit. Holy crap. Blew away the competition. Yeah. And even if some people may have considered it a nuke, I think the nuke was inside us all along. Let me go ahead and invite Fahrenheit to come chat. Come chat in general. If you want, I would love to hear Baron's opinion he just did a fantastic job. Everybody did a fantastic job, you know? There's a huge spread, but you never know how it's going to go when it comes to an old game like this. Yeah. And all of them should be proud that they just kept going. Just kept doing fantastic here. Well, we'll go ahead and see. I think, okay, Farron's coming over. Hello there, Farron, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
That was amazing. I did not expect anyone to beat like stage 6, let alone 10.
That's a very rude stage.
Yeah. Seriously, that was super fun. Although I already see Soapy Gnome jumping in and saying that was actually horrible. Okay, Fahrenheit's.
Yes.
What do you think? From like just your reaction right now, what are your thoughts about the game?
This is a very rude game where you have to figure out exactly what you need to do and then execute it perfectly if you want to survive. And
yeah.
I guess that's what I was able to do, was just survive and figure out exactly what it was I needed to do on a lot more stages.
Yeah,
Stage 6 was incredibly rude.
We noticed you were experimenting in a few places, you know, not always going the same route in order to try to figure out what is the bait and switch that this game is trying to play on me. You know, where do I have to go before getting, or where is the actual end of the stage? You know, because figuring out where you have to end a stage was pretty much the biggest trick.
Yes, I agree entirely.
Yeah. So it starts out as a platformer, sort of moves to a puzzle platformer with a lot of almost pixel perfect jumps. Like it definitely is a challenge. Now, other players said that this was a horrible game, but this is actually considered a classic, one of the best games and possibly the best platformer of the era at that time, you know?
I don't have much to compare it to, but I know even with the awkward controls sometimes and the having to basically marry your jump arc every time you make a jump.
Wait, what?
It's the Castlevania jump arc.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a committed jump.
Yeah,
Every time
absolutely.
y'all jumped and then just you missed the platform, whiff by it, and you just sail across the screen.
It's so funny to watch. I love watching people fly across the screen. It's so satisfying.
Also, how'd you feel about that cannon?
Oh my god. I didn't know what to make of it at first, but yeah, I found it a lot of fun to go through. To figure out exactly what I needed to do. And it was such a rush getting that last one on literally at time.
Yeah, that is the entire original game. Normally this game ends at 10. ColecoVision has an extra stage. So you're in the final stage in your game right now.
Well,
Yep. You would
I know what I have
the
to
game
do
on other
then.
platforms. Yeah, feel free. Go and finish it
I
at
have to
some
keep
point.
going now.
So I would say that yes, this was a fantastic watch. Yesterday's treasure might be today's trash, and Miner 2049er definitely is that. It has not aged well. But at the same time, what I love about watching it is that you get to go through like things that amazed people at the time and instead horrifies people today, and you still get the emotional response to it, and I love it. So, yeah.
I can understand why people enjoyed it back in the day, for sure. It's very ambitious.
Yeah, I mean, Pac-Man. What is Pac-Man? You go up, down, left, right. You don't even use the button. Come on, Pac-Man.
No!
You're dumb.
Get with the program, Pac-Man.
Yeah. Stupid Pac-Man. Okay, I think honestly, everybody, I do feel that I'm getting a bit of a sore throat. I felt it a little bit earlier, so I think I'm going to call it for the day. We do have Marcusa Grande on Sunday. If I'm feeling up to streaming tomorrow or the next day, we'll go ahead and do that. Otherwise, this was a fantastic short stream.
I had a great time.
Oh my gosh, I did too, and I'm glad that you were able to make a lot of progress through this game, Fahrenheit. I did not expect anybody to get there. And
Thank you.
Nobody should feel bad losing to you on this game because you did better than anyone could have expected.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck with stage 11.
You know, Smite is doing more Mystery Triathlon right now, which I see Super Back to the Future on the screen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, let's go rate Smite. Do we have a good message?
Don't be a hat.
Don't be a hat.
Don't be a hat. That's a good one.
I like it. Don't be a hat. You be a hat. You get
Don't do
the
it.
cat.
Don't be a hat at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye, Fahrenheit.
Bye,
Night.
Igor Sanchez.
Bye,
Bye,
Flannel.
everybody.